Randy's Random Rants.
An incident that took place the night Kenyate disappeared.
The other night I'm working the register.
The gas station attendant tells detectives that when he was working Sunday night, he heard a woman scream.
So I look outside and I see a couple standing there.
And there was another man wearing a mask that looked like he had a gun.
So he puts the man in the driver's seat and the woman in the passenger seat.
But you don't call the cops?
Gets in the vehicle and they speed away.
You just
The
did what?
attendant tells police he reported the incident, but detectives will need more information in order to determine if it was connected to Kenyate's murder.
Did you see what color the car was?
It was blue.
Kenyate's car was indeed blue, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was the one used in the carjacking witnessed by the attendant.
Your camera surveillance here too, right?
Yeah, I've got them everywhere.
If you don't care, could we have a look at that?
Hey, sure, come on back.
It was private surveillance video that really showed everything.
Specifically, the video shows Darren and Kenyate at the gas station together.
Detectives watch the video and see Darren and Kenyate pull into the gas station.
That shows the vehicle that Kenyate was later discovered murdered in.
The video also shows Darren and Kenyate's children sitting in the back seat of the car. Then a masked gunman appears in the footage. Is it possible Darren and Kenyate were carjacked, and that's how Kenyate ended up dead? Detectives mull this
Is
over
it
as they
possible
watch the
that
surveillance
Darren set the
video.
whole thing up?
That's when they notice something very peculiar.
What's he doing in the trunk?
Before Darren gets back into the car, he goes to the trunk and rearranges some things around.
Yeah, that's odd. Can you pause that right there?
This is the same trunk where Kenyate's body was found less than 24 hours later. That's suspicious.
The surveillance footage raises a bunch of questions. Why didn't Darren mention the carjacking when he reported Kenyate missing to the police?
And what's
Why was
creepy
he
about
rearranging things in the trunk?
this right here is exactly what
To
I be
answer those
telling
questions,
people, or certain
detectives
people.
haul Darren back down to the station and confront him about the surveillance footage.
Like, you got these girls running around talking about, yeah, I got a whole man.
He basically.
And I'm not even gonna say half, but it's a whole bunch of you mother effers out there that's married, laying up with your man, sucking him off, buying him clothes, driving him to work, picking him up from work, taking care of him, pampering him like a fucking
Darren
baby,
says that he didn't
and
mention the
pacifying
carjacking
his life.
initially because he
And
was
this
trying to
nigga's
protect
somewhere
his brother.
pacifying some
To
other nigga's
detectives,
dick.
Darren's news story doesn't ring entirely true.
Darren's claim that he kept the carjacking from the police to protect his brother just doesn't add up. Because again, why is he moving stuff around in the trunk?
Why he would let this happen.
What do you mean,
Just
why?
get out of the
Because
car
he
and let
fucking
Dewan go off
needed
without
one of them
calling
fucking
anybody.
Snickers
It
bars
just
that he
didn't seem
bought
to make any
earlier.
sense.
I'm not buying.
Looking for Three Musketeers back there.
Convinced that he and brother Dewan conspired to murder Kenyate, detectives placed Darren under arrest. Shortly after that, Dewan gets wind of his brother's arrest and turns himself in.
He knew they were coming for him.
Darren and Dewan are charged with first-degree murder. Kenyate's family is stunned. They can't believe Darren was involved.
Darren was pretending to be such a wonderful husband, but it was just all fake. It was fake, it was phony, it was staged.
He was dribbling.
But
He was
what
dribbling
exactly
balls
was Darren's motive for murdering
up and down the
Kenyate?
court.
Protecting his brother? Keeping his
It's
homosexual
nothing.
affair under wraps? Or something else? As
It's
Darren
nothing
Dewan's
wrong with
trial
that.
plays
Know what
out,
I'm saying?
it
If you
becomes
want to be
evident that the
a
motive
ball
in this
dribbler,
case
do that.
was even more heinous than anyone ever imagined.
It could have been a film. It could have been either a B movie or it could have been an Oscar award-winning film. The details were just so ridiculous.
Yep. Watch them motherfuckers you eat cornflakes with in the morning. I'm telling you. Motherfuckers be in a rush to go get married. Go ahead, go rush. Go fucking give your life up and go fucking live the rest of your days with a fucking flaming firecracker. But yeah, it's nothing wrong. Well, I can't say it's nothing wrong, but if that's your choice, know what I'm saying, and you're gay, I have nothing wrong with anybody that's gay, bro. But it's like there's many theories on it, okay? And if you feel that you're absolutely right in your choice to live your life like that, then you shouldn't be hiding it. There's nothing to hide if there's nothing wrong with it. But on top of that, you want to go and murder people, marry people, rape people. I mean, it doesn't really get any worse than that. We're talking demonic influence here now. we're talking demonic situations here. I mean, it just keeps on getting even more filthy. Like, you understand? Like, I mean, we're talking dried up doo-doo in niggas' pants, and you got the nerve to be killing people, dried up doo-doo on your cock, all of that shit. Like, and this video's not for the kids. But all of that, and you want to go kill people, kill the people you closest to, with doo-doo on your dick.
We were really anticipating a trial, wanting to just get through it, get it over with, so that they can pay for what they've done.
In an unusual move, the state decides the two brothers will be tried together, though they will be represented by separate legal counsel. And when their respective attorneys deliver their opening statements, it becomes clear the brothers are willing to throw each other under the bus in order to save their own skin.
What was the purpose of this then?
Situation. The defense attorneys each kind of...
They just knew they was gonna get away with a fucking public fucking setup.
It was all Darren Brewer's plan. Darren Brewer's attorney said he was in denial. He didn't know what was gonna happen.
A publicly set up carjacking and murder. I guess they thought they was gonna get away.
The dueling versions of the crime indicate there's enough reasonable doubt to acquit both men on all charges.
And now they're pulling on each other's penises to get the fuck out of jail.
Said the evidence was lacking.
I don't know why you fighting to get out of jail. All the men are there. No, isn't that what you want? Don't you want all the men?
Only after the surveillance video implicated both of them in the crime.
Should feel like you won a fucking award.
And there seemed to be this faithfulness where Dewan would try and go do this for his brother. Then once they're in the courtroom, they're turning on each other.
As for motive, prosecutors claim Darren would go to any length, including murder, to keep his superiors at the National Guard from learning about his secret gay life.
No, you did it, man. You didn't want them to know about your Navy SEAL gayness.
Jeopardized his career.
But prosecutors argue Darren's motive had a financial angle as well.
Apparently there was an insurance policy. It was initially $50,000 that had recently been increased.
At the time of the murder, Darren had life insurance policies on Kenyate totaling more than $150,000. Policies, prosecutors say,
it's not a lot of money. Not for somebody's life.
If the marriage ended, the life insurance policies could go away.
Darren has reached a point of no return. He's maybe feeling some sense of desperation. I've got this relationship with this fellow that I want to continue. We probably had him at a point where he's like, my wife, Kenyate, has got to die.
So
boy,
now
that's real blunt and aggressive,
he needs
guy.
to move quickly. So Darren and his brother,
come on, get in the car, man.
And that they would split this money.
There's an additional reason.
According to prosecutors, in Dewan's case, the insurance money is only half the motive.
To prevent her from making a rape allegation against one of these defendants.
Not only do we have Darren trying to cash in on a life insurance policy, we also have the two brothers trying to silence Kenyate about the rape.
So he really did rape her.
Two motives.
So you got this, your husband set you up to get raped too. While he's getting fucked in his ass and sucking balls, he's setting you up to get raped.
Dewan acted alone when he murdered Kenyate.
You get raped.
Dewan cold-bloodedly and with malice took the life.
You're sucking dick off of your man's dick
They
and
said
then
that it was
he
Dewan
decides he
Poe
wants
who
to
was the
murder
actual
you.
Trigger man. He's the one who stood over Kenyatte and
So-
fired 2 messengers of death into her head.
It's an allegation Dewan's
Messengers
defense
of death.
attorney has difficulty refuting, given police had recovered the murder weapon from underneath his bed. But if that was the case, why hadn't Darren tried to stop his brother from murdering Kenyatte? Darren's defense attorney argues it's because Darren thought Dewan was just going to scare Kenyatte into keeping quiet about the rape allegations, and had no idea his brother intended to kill her.
That night when Dewan carjacked Darren and Kenyatte and the kids, Darren's attorney said that he believed
Niggas
that they
is
were just going to have
crazy.
a conversation. That Dewan and Kenyatte were going to sit in the car and talk and figure out how to handle what had happened.
Like, these are somebody's kids.
But
They got
prosecutors assert
a
they knew
mother
exactly what was
somewhere.
about to transpire that evening. And to back up their assertion,
Like,
they
imagine
called the
having
defendant's
kids
cousin,
and then your
Darren
kids
Webb, to
like
the stand
turn
to
out like
testify.
this.
Darren, do I understand you overheard a conversation between these
You
two brothers?
Menendez brothers.
Well, there was a first attempt. They wanted to go over to her house and strangle her and make it look like a robbery gone bad.
The initial plan is that Dewan Poe is going to kill the wife and make it look like maybe an apparent robbery going bad.
And what happened after that?
I guess he got sidetracked and he didn't end up killing her. He ended up having sex with her.
When he went to do it, he
That-
saw her coming out of the bathroom
That is just
and
sick.
became aroused and they had sex.
It's very striking to me that he went to the home to supposedly to strangle her, but had sex with her.
Right?
There's something very twisted and psychotic about that.
Darren says this was the alleged rape Kenyatte told Darren about.
So now, Dewan and Darren come up with a plan that they definitely have to get rid of her. They need the life insurance money. They can't have this rape allegation out there. Darren has another lover.
That
They must do
is
something.
sick.
They then
So this
devise
girl,
a
she
plan
was living in
to
the
do a
Twilight
project.
Zone, literally,
Following
and
Terrence's
didn't
chilling
even know it.
testimony, prosecutors paint a picture of what happened next.
The
After
sad thing
Kenyatte
is
finished
that
work on the evening of October
nobody
25th,
helps you with,
she
nobody
picked up
helps
Darren
you
and the kids
choose.
and asked him to drive home because she was tired after her long shift.
Nobody helps
He
you
got off
choose
of the
these
Amtrak
men.
Expressway
You
on the
choose
south
them on
side
your
of the
own.
city. And he didn't go to just the first gas station off the expressway. He went several blocks west, and that's where it all seemed to begin.
Hey, get in the car. Get in the driver's seat now. Get in the front seat.
With Darren and Kenyatte's children looking on,
Wow.
a masked Dewan played out the fake carjacking to an unwitting Kenyatte.
With the kids
After
there.
leaving the gas station, Darren pulled into a dimly lit alley not far from their home in Logan Square.
Shut the hell up and get in the trunk.
Whatever you do not hurt. Dewan orders her into the trunk. Darren ends up being dropped off with the kids, and then Dewan drives off with her in the trunk.
That's insane.
He doesn't go very far before the car is discovered in very close proximity to their residence up on the north side.
According to prosecutors, unaware that she knew her abductor, a frightened Kenyatte begged for mercy.
No, please don't.
But Dewan showed none.
Wow.
He ends up cold-bloodedly killing her.
It's a gruesome account, but it's also complicated and could make the jury's job difficult. Dewan pulled the trigger, but was Darren the crime's real mastermind?
I feel that Darren lured his brother in with the money. And to me, it's like this is something that he had premeditated.
And of course, in Dewan Poe's instance, obviously he was looking to have a financial gain, and now he's secondarily motivated by the fact that there's a possibility that he's going to be arrested with her outcry of this rape that he's saying was consensual.
Between the multiple motives and conflicting accounts, it seems like the road to a guilty verdict is a bumpy one. But prosecutors still have
I
one
hope
card
somebody
left to
in
play.
jail sees my
And for these
episode.
two alleged murderers, it will mean the difference between
Tell
a
all
life
your
of freedom
friends.
or one behind bars.
Tell all your
There was a
buddies.
good sense that the other shoe was going to drop at some point.
These guys, they're in there somewhere with you. You see those kids? Did you see the frightened little children? Yo, are you for real? We gotta do something about these people, fellas. For real. If you know one and you're standing next to one, give them the curtains, kid. Immediately, right now, on the snap. Give them the curtains. You know one of these rapists, give them the curtains. Oh yeah. Yo, them two dudes, they in jail dancing around with lipstick. They in jail picking up soap on purpose. They in jail with lip gloss and little pigtails and probably whatever else kind of lingerie they snuck in there for them niggas to wear. And the family of this girl, you better believe what I'm saying. They getting the muffins tore up. And it's no there's no bringing a person back, and there's no happiness to be found in what I'm saying, but it's the truth. That's what happens to these people. Rapists, perverts, womenizers, pedophiles. They get the muffins torn up. You heard? You're married to a guy. You're laying in bed with him. You're sucking him off. You're fucking him. And at the same time you're doing this, you're sucking and fucking some other nigga's dirty, stinky ass that he probably doesn't even fucking wash, that your man is over there tearing up. And your man is probably over there getting his ass torn up too. And then comes back home and lays in the bed with you. Okay? Probably tells you all kinds of things you want to hear, because he wants to fucking set you up and take your fucking money from you that you don't even got. And then sets you up to get fucking raped by his brother. And they're still planning to fucking kill you and take your money. And you're driving him around. He's driving your car. You're laid up with him, eating fucking Rice Krispies for fucking breakfast and shit. Making fucking fried chicken. Probably feeding them all kinds of fucking shit that nigga don't need to be eating. Crab cakes and fucking lemon meringues and fucking lobster tail, all of that shit. Letting this nigga live, son. And this nigga wants to put your ass in the fucking trunk after he let his brother fuck you and rape you, and got your fucking kids in the fucking car and put your ass in the trunk and has his brother kill you. Like, if I be saying that these stories can't get any worse, but oh my goodness.
Brothers Darren Brewer and DeJuan Poe has revealed a bizarre plot that prosecutors claim culminated with the murder of Darren's wife, Kenyete Collier Brewer.
You got this guy that's known his wife his whole life, but all along he's got this secret life that he's trying to hide from her.
The news that Darren was gay and had relationships, and the fact that the brother was supposed to have strangled his sister-in-law and then wound up having sex with her.
There were just all of these layers to this. The failed attempt to kill her the first time in the carjacking. How cold it seemed to be driving the car with your wife in the trunk and your kids right there, and then just to walk away.
But with each brother pointing the finger at the other,
oh boy.
Is it possible they both could walk?
There's no...
all of the loyalty that had allegedly been shown between the two brothers.
Right, disloyalty is not the word. Like, there's no words to describe the sickness
that all ended in the courtroom.
of that.
All of the back and forth, Prosecutors have an ace up their sleeve. One they've been holding since the day the two brothers were arrested.
Darren confessed on videotape.
It's damning evidence. There's nothing more powerful than a confession.
Prosecutors contend Darren's confession is proof their theory about the crime is legit. And after closing arguments, the jury begins to deliberate. Kenya Tay's family hopes they'll deliver some measure of justice.
When someone does something like this, you want them to be punished. And that's what we wanted. We wanted them to be punished.
After several
Oh,
hours
they're
of
getting punished, all right.
the jury announces it's reached verdicts for both Darren and Dewan.
The verdict on both of the brothers was guilty.
Them
Darren
niggas.
was sentenced to 99 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections.
99 years.
Dewan received life sentence plus 21 years.
It was a relief.
99 years and 121 years of getting spit on, getting fucking raped, just like you like getting raped, getting kicked, punched, people fucking holding you back from eating, people not giving you your trays of food, you sitting in there fucking starving, and people just waiting for them to open up them gates so they could fucking start feeling on your ass every fucking day.
In and out. Just clawed your heart out of your chest.
We're looking at two young men who clearly have some severe sociopathy within them. At best, she ran into some bad characters. At worst, she walked into a setup.
Walked into a setup. You was living in a setup. The worst, you living in the Twilight Zone, bro. Like, I don't know what you talking about. You walked into a setup? No, bro. You were living in the Twilight Zone.
No, we have to tell them about her smile. We have to tell them
That shit is fucking so sad, bro.
that she loved you guys. And that it wasn't her choice to not be your mom anymore. He took that. Just snatched away.
Yo, ladies, watch them fucking freaks that you be loving. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I got a whole man. You better hope so.